Good morning, Terraria players, and welcome back to the Calamity mod 1 block challenge. I am Bladeburger, your top source for top tier videos sometimes. Apologies for no uploads last week, my schedule was all wackadoo and I couldn't find the time to edit. But we continue on, and speaking of continue on, in this episode we push forward, continuing on our path to the Moon Lord. Probably next episode, I don't know. Let's take a look at the mods used in this run, with Calamity and a 1 block challenge mod by Bon. In this episode, we don't yet have the 1.5 update to the 1 block challenge mod. That'll be next episode. Now, without further ado, make sure to do what the algorithm likes, and let's get back into the run. As I was post-playing Terra for this episode, it was time to catch up on what I needed to do for activities and events. To start, I summoned a bunch of sandstorms in order to farm for 2 items I needed. The sand elemental in a bottle and the rare sand elemental in a bottle. Guess where those dropped from? It took a while, almost an hour, but I was able to get both of them. They were the 3rd and 4th of 5 total pieces for the ultimate Heart of the Elements. The last one comes soon. Next up, I did back-to-back events, Pumpkin Moon and then the Solar Eclipse. I'll showcase each of them for a little bit, mostly to show how the summoner gear works outside of boss fights. Timestamp will be shown, of course. After the eclipse ended, I remembered that I could make the Blood Orange, the first of a few health upgrades of 25 health each. I could have made it a while ago, but I forgot. It happens. Next up, I did another Pumpkin Moon in order to get enough spooky wood for spooky armor. I needed it for another armor set later, but the set I went for to equip was the Tiki set and Leaf Wings, as they synergized together. Free value is always good. With new armor equipped, it was time for one more upgrade before getting to a boss fight. I crafted the Status's Blessing, which was an upgrade to the Pygmy Necklace and the Papyrus Scarab. It also increased minion damage by 10% and allowed minions to inflict the Holy Flame debuff. Pretty strong accessory. And now, let's get to a boss fight, shall we? The next boss in order was Leviathan Anihata. My ocean was not yet done, so I took time to create a new ocean biome to fight the boss. They don't have a summon item at all, and are summoned from a natural spawn of an enemy of an ocean. And now, let's fight the Leviathan and Ahamkara. Enjoy the battle. and they were defeated. Tough fight. Inside their treasure bag, they held a weapon from the loot pool. Their expert mode item, the leviathan ambergris, which gave 20 defense, allowed you to leave poisonous water as you moved, gave buffs to movement and damage while submerged in liquid, gave you a damage field if you took damage in water, and gave buffs to damage and damage resistance outside of water. Quite a mouthful. Also in their treasure bag, they held the final piece to the waifu puzzle, the Pearl of Enthrallment. Now I had all 5 pieces, and the Heart of the Elements was mine. Only one small issue. The Heart of the Elements required an ancient manipulator to craft. Very unfortunate. In the meantime, I'll keep them around so I can admire their creativity and the design of their sprites. I swear this is mostly kid-friendly channel for now. On to the next part of this episode, the fight against Astrum Arias. He was summoned using an astral trunk, which could be made from stars and stardust. My artificial astral biome worked perfect for the fight. Let's get into it. Astrum Arias down. As usual, we get right into the treasure bag opening. Inside his was a weapon from his loot pool as usual, Arias cells which were used to make potions and some astral related stuff, a hollowed key at a 1/3 chance, and its expo mode item, the Gravistar Sabaton, which played heavy metal music. I mean, it allowed you to press down to fall really fast. Hitting the ground makes you explode with a cooldown of 8 seconds. Its Revengeance mode item was another adrenaline upgrade, increasing its damage by another 15% and your damage resist when using or having adrenaline by 5%. There was one more of these in the mod way later. I was fortunately able to get Astrum Arias' summon weapon, the Borealis Bomber. It acted like a mage weapon, firing at a minion that tracked enemies and exploded. Pretty based. With the new addition to my arsenal, it was Golem time. With the 1-block challenge mod, the altar and batteries could be crafted. With both of those made, just a small note before the fight. There is no temple. The Golem will be enraged in this fight, like many other bosses in this run. Something to live with. Now, let's get into the fight. Golem down. Actually a tough fight, despite being Golem. When it went down, it dropped a Pixel. Neat. Additionally, jungle temple blocks were added to the 1-block pool, and plagued enemies were now able to spawn in the jungle. I sat and farmed for a while, getting enough materials to craft a summon for the next modded boss, the Plaguebringer Goliath. Her summon item was made from plague cell canisters, which dropped from plagued enemies in the jungle, iron bars, stingers, and obsidian. Now, let's get into the final boss of this episode against a Plaguebringer Goliath. Enjoy! down. Long fight. Inside her treasure bag, like we do every time, she held a weapon from her loot pool, infected armor plating, which was used to make a bunch of weapons and a new summoner armor set, and her expert mode item, the toxic heart, which summoned a damaging aura of cuties around you and made you immune to COVID-19. With the infected armor plating, I was able to make a new armor set, the Plaguebringer set. It was made from bee armor, plague cell canisters, infected armor plating, and some random accessories like flower boots. It was a summoner set that gave 40% minion damage, 3 minion slots, and its set bonus gave you a dash, as well as summoning a small friend that buffed your minions and released plague bees when you walked. A very strong armor set. And with that, we wrap up this episode with some upgrades made. I went from Daedalus armor to Tiki armor and on to Plaguebringer armor. For weapons, I added the Borealis bomber to my arsenal. As for accessories, I added the Status's Blessing and the Pearl of Enthrallment to my accessories. In the next episode, we continue on to the Moon Lord himself. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Blade Burger out.